I know the answer to this, but I'm sure most of people know, right? Why aren't Eroge or hentai gacha games popular? If lewd characters or arts are popular in many gacha games, the reason why is because it's harder to advertise. It's that simple. When you can't advertise certain things, it's just going to be generally harder to make it to the public. Like, think of it like movies, right? How many of you guys in your country, I don't know where you guys are from, but how many of you guys in your country, your cinema allows 18 plus, or like 18 SG, or 18 whatever movie that's 18 plus, right? Like horror movie or whatever in the cinema. Those movies, or I mean those particular movies, you won't see the posters of them as much in public because you can't put them in public. Government won't allow it. It's against the rule. You just can't do it in public. Alright, there's kids walking around. In your country, it's not allowed. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, you just can't advertise these kind of things, right? The only way gacha games advertise is where do you see gacha games advertisements? Like, where do you see gacha games advertisements? You see them on TikTok, you see them on Instagram, you see them on YouTube, you see them on Facebook. And all of these platforms do not allow porn. They don't allow 18 plus stuff. So if your gacha games is 18 plus, you just can't advertise it on YouTube, you can't advertise on TikTok, you can't advertise on this. So if your gacha game is a hentai gacha game, the only place you can advertise is on Pornhub. So people that go to Pornhub are going to see your hentai game. But people that go to Pornhub, they are most likely just going to watch Pornhub. They're not going to play your hentai game. So that's going to be an issue, right? So it's harder to advertise generally. Like, it's so limited. Yeah, like it's just generally also, like, most gacha games rely on to be able to advertise via Play Store or the Apple App Store. Those are the two places. But yeah, you just can't promote them as easily. It's just way harder because of government regulation, because of stuff, right? I think if you're in a free country, like Japan is very unique. I think Japan is more open. I don't know how many of you guys have been to Japan before, but Japan, you can advertise like so-called lewd stuff openly. I think there the government is more lenient. But almost every other country, in public, you will never see like hentai poster being... you will never see any hentai poster, alright? Governments just generally they are not allowed. I'm pretty sure in EU, in Southeast Asia, in 99% of the countries out there, it's not allowed. So yeah, generally that's just how it is. Movies, they count all the R-rated stuff and lower down their rating so kids can go watch to earn more money. Generally, yes, that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, it's just harder to advertise, right? And that's why when it's harder to advertise, it doesn't get as popular generally. I started in the gacha world a few weeks ago, okay? This guy is new to gacha, so he's asking this question, obviously, right? Notice that at least the ones I played, Epic, 7, and Blue Archive, have a lot of sexualized, lewd character arts naked. And this thought came after seeing the November 2023 revenue report. There is no hentai or Eroge game in the list. Is there a reason why hentai games don't make millions and billions? Or are they popular and just don't appear in the revenue report because they don't share the profits? Damn. Small market? Yeah, the market is generally way smaller. Right? It generally is going to be super small. They tend to rely so much in their plus 18 content that they forget to make a good game. Also, they use their appeal to be as greedy as possible. What? They use their appeal to be as greedy as possible? So they are not free to play friendly in some way or another. It can be by locking their 18 plus content or locking gameplay progress. Also, it's a niche audience. The ones who want porn don't want to invest time in a game for a 5-minute scene, and the ones who want a game will just play a better one. Yeah, I think this is also one thing. This is a very good point, right? Like, people that wants hentai, they just watch hentai. People that wants a good game, they just play a good game. Hentai games are just bad. I think hentai games are just bad. Is there a good hentai games? And the reason why hentai games are just bad is a self-fulfilling thing, right? Because you can't promote it as much. That means you don't have as much return of investment. That means you don't put as much money into it as a investor. So it's like a problem, right? You can't push it out to public as much. Kids cannot play, and then it's like, it's such a tiny market. Like it's just not worth investing. Generally, for the investors, it's just not worth investing. Maybe in Japan, it's more famous, right? The market is just, you can't push it globally. In some markets, yes, but globally, it's just way harder. Mostly visual novels. Yeah, visual novels I think are the easiest and cheapest. So many Puritans. Nikkei is fine. Softcore didn't count. Nikkei is not really though. Nikkei is just let's just say Nikkei and Azulin is considered fan service. I don't think they're considered hentai yet, right? I feel Action Taimanin is a good example of a great IP, okay? But a shitty game because they were too focused on making lewd splash arts to actually put effort into the graphics and gameplay of the actual game. Feels like the clunkiest PlayStation 2 button mashing fighter. No thoughts involved. Oh, he's talking about that Action Taimanin. Okay, I thought he's talking about the one that's the pregnant one, the turn-based one. He's talking about the other one, the one that looks like PGR and Genshin. I did play that a little bit actually, but yeah, that one there's no gameplay at all. Graphics seems a bit dated. This is due to those charts being based on mainstream platforms like App Store or Google Play, which means no H game will be there because they don't allow porn games on their platforms. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure Google Play and Apple, you can get reported, right? Like if you put like a porn stuff there, you can get reported. Generally, they don't allow that. It's very, very strict. Destiny Child, Fate Stay started as a hentai. While other people are correctly pointing out the faults of designs and releases, this is probably the most objective reason. They don't get to do well in comparison to non-Eroge gachas. The platform is huge and highly limits or broadens the audience. Just look at Steam. They started to okay 18 plus material a while back, and at least one or two are regularly trending or selling well ever since. So what's the best selling game on Steam that's 18 plus? I never actually looked into Steam, but I know Steam do allow this for sure, right? There's a lot of H game there. But I think Steam is different though. I don't know. Like it's just generally different market altogether, right? Two kids who think Nikkei is a H game. Sweet summer child. Nikkei story blatantly hint that you banging most of the other girls. Yeah, but there's no scenes, right? My point is, it's just like a hint. There's no scenes. H game has scenes, you know. Blocked in many countries and not in the usual stores is a big reason. Yeah, the devs of such games go full tilt with paid content and little free content, which is why your free-to-plays will not stick around. List for those looking for a culture. Arc Record. Legeclo. I know this. Project QT, I don't know. Tenkafuma, yes, heard of that before. Seven Mortal Sins, yes, used to play that. Is that game alive? Wait, is that... I think it's still there, right? And Taimanin Asagi. Yeah, these are the famous ones. These are generally the famous Eroge gachas. Damn. I have several possible aspects they may contribute because people have sexual kinks that are more than just the character design or appearance. There are also tastes in the situation, precondition, and the character's actions. Wow, very detailed, very detailed. Therefore, the character becomes more niche, as they are not just appearance or lewd design, but also with added matrices or their sex scenes. You won't be liking a hardcore hentai when you like vanilla etc. Even when you're madly in love with the character. So why he's saying that, even if you like a character, but if you don't like tentacles, you won't like tentacles. Is that what he's trying to say? On average, hentai gacha games are of less quality as they need to invest more on the actual hentai. True! They don't tend to have enough depth or quality on the gameplay, and story aspect, they are non-H. Okay? Oftentimes, the hentai scenes are shown after a certain condition, such as bond, love, trust, whatever, or upgrade the level of one or more things. So yeah, combine it with point number 1 and 2, then you have to play a subpar game for a while, just for a wang. Wait, what? That may not even happen, because the scene is not to your liking. Wait, what? So you play it, but it will never happen? People don't want to wang all the time, really. And if H game is particularly raunchy, it will be uncomfortable to play when you just actually want to play. Okay? Another alternative for having a wang is to hop on the internet, look up some video or hentai, and pick what you like. It's easier and faster. True! True! This guy is smart. Yo, this guy is the wang expert. Okay, heck, I think even the 𝐻:𝒩𝒯𝒜𝐼s and the cheap RPGM games will take less time to play. I mean, I don't know, but isn't the average VN is like 4 hours? In 𝐻:𝒩𝒯𝒜 that consists of many scenes, I have no idea what this is. But okay, he's an expert here. This is an expert, alright? What he's saying is true. Efficient? Yeah, he's very efficient, right? Instead of playing 𝐻:𝒩𝒯𝒜, you just go look it up on the internet, right? Instead of playing 𝐻:𝒩𝒯𝒜, you play for 3 hours and then the scene is not to your liking. You don't like tentacles, but there's tentacles all over. So like, it's a waste of time. Yeah, this is actually true. This is actually true.